I already showed you the full romance between Alexios and Kira, but in the E3 2018 demo you could also romance Thaletas, and I decided to do that with the other playable character, Kassandra. But good to note is that you can also have some man-on-man and girl-on-girl action. So let's take a look at this full romance from start to end in this video. If you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. In this level 18 till 23 section of Assassin's Creed Odyssey that was playable at E3 2018, you can choose to engage in romance with two characters, a rebel leader named Kira or a Spartan soldier Thaletas, who are both fighting against Athens, but they both have a different tactic, and at one point you can choose one of those approaches that will then open up the romance options. In the Kira romance we went with her tactic, but if you want to romance Thaletas, you have to go for the more aggressive approach. This will then open up a quest line with this Spartan leader where you can meet him doing a speech and then already have your first flirt option as shown by the heart icon. And then you can immediately follow up with some teasing.
I never hold back.
I can tell.
I wasn't talking about fighting.
I know. And I'm tempted.
But
But I sailed here for Kira. She's the one I fight for. For now.
So yeah, you see here that Thaletas and Kira are lovers, but you can still interfere if you want, but of course also choose not to engage in this romance. For this quest, you have to destroy some Athenian ships on your ship, but Thaletas also has a special favor. It's an optional objective for this quest, because his ship was destroyed, but there was this special helmet that he kinda wants back, but is now on the bottom of the ocean. You can then ask him some extra info about where his ship sank. Because since this is an optional objective, there's not like a special icon on the map that says where you need to go in order to get the helmet, but you can ask him about the location and then figure it out yourself. Because you do want to get this helmet, since it will increase your chance to romance Thaletas. So I found the broken ship and also the helmet that was in a chest like underwater. You can then bring it back to him, but also choose to keep it for yourself to sell it for some nice money. Since I want to romance him, I of course chose to give back the helmet, because that is a little bit how the romance system works. In the background you collect points based on your choices, and if you have collected a certain amount of points, then a new romance option will open up later on in the game, but you can't like tell how things are going. The developer noted that this helmet is just a safety net, so it's not needed to complete the romance, but it will help you that if you make some bad decisions after this, you still have a chance to end up in his arms. For the next quest, you gotta kill some commanders from Athens and then report back to Thaletas. If you succeed, you can meet Thaletas near the sanctuary of Apollo. He thanks you and says he owns you, and you can then say that you will remember that.
careful. You never know what I'll ask for.
Ha! Try me.
So this one is interesting. So I was told that with the 3 dialogue options for the romance, there are 2 that will help the romance and 1 that is a bad decision. So which one should it be? Well, in this case it is I want you and Kira. It's a fun response, but a little bit too much probably. I went with I want you tonight.
We may die tomorrow. If I could ask for anything, I'd ask for tonight. With you.
Kassandra!
Don't say anything. You have a battle to prepare for, and I have an Athenian army to weaken.
When you're not busy saving these islands, meet me on the beach east of Kinthos ruins. There's something I want to show you. Look for the smoke.
So after this scene, a new romance quest opens up called Hearts of War that has you find Thaletas. Again, no icon on the map, just some hints. When you find him, he even left some trail of flowers. You can engage with a flirt option, but you will need to do one important thing as well.
I was doubting your tracking skills.
Tracking skills. You didn't notice my eagle?
Does he watch your every move?
I can send Icarus away. Unless, of course, you like being watched.
Much has happened since we first met on the beach.
You were surrounded by Athenians, drenched in blood.
You fought by my side.
You were irresistible.
When I first laid eyes on Kira, I knew I never wanted to leave these islands.
And now?
I don't know.
Thaletas, look at me. I know what I want.
Not here. Come.
Where are you taking me?
To one of my favorite spots on all the Delos Islands.
Isn't a Spartan's favorite spot the battlefield?
Fair enough. I'm taking you to my
Off
second
we go now.
favorite spot. This is where I come to train. I found it after arriving on Delos. Exhausting my body clears my mind.
This place is beautiful, Thaletas. As are you.
You've won my heart, Kassandra. But to claim it, I need to see what you are really made of.
What do you mean?
Fight me.
Huh?
When we first met, you denied being Spartan.
And?
The only way to truly know someone is through combat. Hand to hand, flesh to flesh, bone to bone.
Fine. Just don't get angry when I break that pretty face of yours.
Come on, Kassandra. Don't hold back.
So yes, you got to fight him. And by the way, I love the throwback to the choice you made like way earlier where you said you denied being a Spartan. I of course lied there that I said that I was never a Spartan. This fight was actually pretty challenging. He almost got me near the end, but luckily my Spartan kick finisher worked well.
You're more than just a pretty
No
face.
doubt in my mind. You trained in Sparta.
You fight well.
You'll pay for that.
So when does the real fighting begin?
So here I decided that because I was low on health, it was good to equip the sort of heal ability to get me back into the fight. And here you see that you can like assign the 4 different abilities to the active ability window. And you really gotta like mix and match and see what works best against a certain type of enemy.
Got you now.
You don't fight like a Spartan. You fight like a god.
You're not so bad yourself.
Are you going to just stand there? Or are you going to finish me off? You amaze me.
How so?
For the first time since I was a boy, I forgot about war.
Glad I could help.
What about you? Are there things you'd like to forget?
There is much of my past I wish I could forget.
I'd love to hear about it.
And I'd love to tell you. But we have a war to fight.
When this war is won, then, we'll drink and share our deep, dark secrets.
I'd like that.
Lovers will keep their clothes on, according to the creative director in a recent Ask Me Anything on the official Reddit from Assassin's Creed, and Kira and Thaletas are just 2 of the many romance possibilities in the game, so we will see way more when the game ships on October 5th. Subscribe for everything Assassin's Creed Odyssey if you haven't already. I got way more videos about the game coming your way. Drop a like to support the channel, check out my recent video on why you can't use a shield in Odyssey, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.